Welcome back to Unicorn Funland. I go by the name of MikaelaAndromeda. I'm an interpreter of energies, and today I'm conducting an interview with an awesome, amazing, incarnated being on this planet. He goes by the name of DeySean Cortner. He's a musician and everything else that you're about to find out. Okay. I really wanted to conduct these interviews with people that I have found very influential, people that I've connected with, who I think are doing amazing things with their lives and like simply living their dreams and working very hard towards their dreams. I'm just gonna get into it. We're gonna just have a conversation here. Hi, DeySean. Say hi.
Hello, hello, peoples.
Cool. So again, we're just gonna have a conversation here. I have a few questions, and again, DeySean is a rapper, writer. What do you do, DeySean?
I do. It's easier to say what I don't do, and
Okay.
because I do so much. Like I mean, I write, I record, I mix, I master, I dabble in graphics. I'm a spiritualist. I do everything.
Perfect. Um, okay. So DeySean, let's see. What what do you feel in the energy? And take it however it resonates, just whatever you feel. Tell the people what you feel in the energy.
Like as far as in this world, or
Yeah, like what I had another question. What makes you feel connected to source, universe, God?
mainly my crystals, my personal time that I get to sit down with the spirits and actually talk. It's like I have this thing. It's like if I'm not hearing constant downloads, I feel like I did something wrong. So it's like, why aren't y'all talking to me? Like, why am I on punishment right now? I need to hear something. Like
Yeah.
not hearing from them makes me feel like, okay, maybe I got disconnected somehow. I'm out of line. Let me check myself. What did I do? What did I not do that they told me to do? Because obedience is everything when it comes to the spiritual world. And so many
Yeah.
people don't understand how important obedience is. And I had to learn that the hard way, unfortunately.
Yeah, I dig that. That's very valid because I feel like like connecting with the source, like that is our true self. So like if we're not connecting with our true self, like you said, what are we doing something wrong? What's going on? Okay, good. Um, what I'm assuming that you had some kind of spiritual awakening. I think we all do in some kind of way. Can you tell us a little bit about what sparked your awakening?
Oddly, I had been going through the whole church ordeal. Like since I was like 13, I had always questioned like the church religion. Like I didn't really feel like everything added up. And at the time, I was going through a transition of some things that just happened at my church home that I didn't agree with. I felt like it was handled really disrespectfully.
Okay.
And I had a video shoot for a song that I was pushing at that time. And the cameraman, he was of the awakened journey. So when we got
Oh,
there, I got to talking to him and he got to explaining his journey. And from there, he just became like my sensei. So it like sparked that creative spiritual flow for me because it was like everything that I had asked the church that I didn't get an answer on, he was spitting it off without me asking him. So
nice.
like, oh wow, like I didn't ask you any of this, but you answered every unanswered question I ever had in life. So I just
Yeah.
knew this journey was for me at that moment, and I've went through hell in the awakening. Like I've had some really scary moments in the
Yeah,
awakening.
I
I think
dig
we
that.
all go through different levels of the awakening.
Okay. Yeah, because there's lots of them, and you know those times where you're feeling like really high, and it's like everything makes sense, and it's like, wait, why am I in this dark place again? But
Right.
good. That's really good that you were able to have that person that showed up at the right time, right? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here's a fun question. Have you ever had a telepathic experience or something that seemed very telepathic with confirmation or not?
That happens to me a lot because me and my wife are so in sync that it's like there's a lot of times where I'm thinking something, but I'm not speaking on it, and it's like it'll come out of her mouth before I can even open my mouth, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, can I have my own thoughts? Can I get my thoughts back, please?
Not when you're with your soulmate.
Right. So it happens quite often.
Good, good. What's the strangest spiritual experience you've ever had that you want to share, that you're comfortable with sharing?
Strangest spiritual experience. I've had quite a few, but I will say that my strangest was I had a moment when I was fresh into the awakening, trying to figure everything out, and I was just sitting on the couch, had been in meditation like that whole week, and out of nowhere, my whole body just felt like it was on fire, and it was like I real life. The way I explained it to everybody at that time was I thought I was dying. Like I really thought I was dying. I'm like, what in the hell is this? And I called my brother in this, and I was like, man, this is what just happened. What's going on? He was like, just ride through it. He was like, they kind of told me you was going to go through a transition. I didn't know how to explain it to you, so I had to let you go through it. But just calm down, don't freak out. Because I'm over here like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Call my mama, tell her I love her. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the weirdest thing that I had experienced. And then from that point on, that's when I started seeing. It's like I would see these little shadows or lights or kind of like full figured beings, but it wasn't like a human light. It was like a shadow still, but I could see the full figure. And I was like, oh, so that's what that burning sensation was about.
Mm-hmm. That fire of spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the strangest, and once I made it through that, it was downstream from there. Everything was just became so much more easier to deal with.
Sitting through pain. I know that's something you've probably heard me say, or even heard anybody else say. Sitting through pain is just, it's so important when you're going through that awakening, because the moment you fall into fear, it's just like that fear takes over, and that's what it is for that moment, right?
Right.
Awesome. I do have like kind of a follow-up question for that. So like the beings that you started seeing, like what how did you connect to that? Like, did you start talking to them, or like, did they do anything special? Like, do they give you a boost? Like, what is your connection to those orbs or entities that are around you?
To be honest, I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm
That
used to it. When you walk out of your bedroom in the middle of the night, you just see something right by you, and it's like, okay, I know I'm not crazy because I know so many other people that have experienced this, but being new to the sight part of it, it's like I don't understand how to properly connect with it. I know I smile every time I see it because I know they're trying to get my attention, but it's like I'm more of a direct. If you don't put it in my mind, I don't understand what you're trying to show me. So
yeah.
see something. If something comes to thought, then it's like, okay, I saw it, and this is what you're trying to tell me. This is what you're trying to get me to follow at that time. So I'm still trying to figure out the whole orbs and shadows and beings being around me. I'm like, man, this is new.
Trail of breadcrumbs. That's what I've learned in my experience. It's all a trail of breadcrumbs that leads you to the big cheese. Um, let's see. Okay, so of course we know you're a musician, producer, writer, rapper, singer. How has your awakening connected to your music?
It made me more bold, actually, because before my awakening, I was constantly back and forth with what do I want to do? How do I want to present myself to the world? I was always scared to really showcase my talents because people had watched me transition from this type of rapper to a Christian rapper to, and it was like when I went into that Christian rapper box, it was like I was so afraid to step out of that because, oh, he's a hypocrite and this, that, and the other. But it's like, I'm not a hypocrite. I just understand life for what it is now. So I took myself out of the box when I stepped into the awakening to say, yes, I do cuss in my music. Yes, I do say these things or I have this type of content, but it doesn't make or break who I am because I'm still giving the world a story. I'm just more bold about how I tell my story now.
Yeah. And that whole like I'm still, you're speaking about your experience, period. Like positive experience, negative experience. That's another one of those things, the light and the dark. I know we've talked about that a
Yes.
lot, like how important both of them are,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like we can't even judge each other for for
And
having light and dark experiences,
that was the
right?
hardest thing to deal with was like, so we have light and dark, and we have to embrace both sides because I was always told to shun the darkness and just go for light. And it's like, No, like it coexists for a reason. So like, why would dark exist for nothing? You know, like
Right.
why would it exist if there wasn't a reason that we should kind of coexist with it?
Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Um, so let's see. What's your vision for the future of our planet? You know, in your experience, what is your singular vision for the future of our planet?
We've actually kind of talked about this, but it's getting all the awakened ones into one place, getting everybody that's really a part of this journey. Because you got the ones that are with this journey, and the ones that have that facade, and it's all about the money and this is that and the other. It's like, so to get all of the real awakened ones, the real chosen ones, into Mother Earth, into the nature, like going somewhere like Costa Rica or somewhere where you can be in nature and just be together as a tribe, the way I feel it was intended to be, anyways.
Hmm.
Because I mean, you
Yeah.
got so many people around the world that's waking up, and some of those people don't have nobody to coach them, guide them. So they're going through it on their own, and it's like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, that's why I feel like we got to come together as the awakened people, because we are put here for a reason. Like you, with your channel, you help so many people. The ones that are like, I don't know what to do, they can come to you and get that guidance and that light. And I'm trying to be that for the people as well. So I just
You
want
are.
it all together.
You're doing more than trying. You are. You're already touching people. You be touching my spirit sometimes, and I'm like, so he just put me on something. But yeah, I think that's important too. Gathering. I know that's a part of what I'm trying to do as well. You know, in my small little humble way.
Exactly.
Um, were there ever? Well, first before I do that, what is your big dream for yourself? Like as far as um like purpose.
Um, to change the world completely.
Yeah.
Like through my music, I feel like right now I'm doing a kind of a different style than what people are used to from me with my music, but it's a strategic reason behind why I started switching my style. Because I feel like if I give them something hype, something that they can party to, then I'll catch their mind, and then it's like, okay, now let me teach you something. So my big purpose is getting to the people through my music, but doing it very strategic to where once they get to know the real DeySean and how I present myself, they'll everybody that comes in my presence will have to take something away from me, something positive, not any negative experience. Like everybody that comes around me, I want them to take something positive away from that. Like I want them to be like, oh my God, I remember when DeySean told me this and this, that, and the other, and that moment just changed my life. Like that's gratifying for me because
Yes.
I'm not greedy. I'm not just all about the money. I'm about the souls. I'm about the people that really need help. So I just had to figure out a way to help them, and music is that.
Yes, and music definitely plants those seeds. I know that much.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, were there ever times that you felt like you couldn't make a dream come true or like you couldn't reach a goal?
Oh yes, there's been plenty of times where I felt like that, and what always brought me out of it was having a queen, a strong queen that was standing beside me saying, "Nah, babe, you can't give up because I see it in you." Like even when I was in my darkest moments, like dark moments, she was like, "No, there's a light inside of you, so I need you to keep pushing." Although this looks bad, I need you to keep pushing because there's a purpose at the end of that darkness. And so yeah, I've been in those moments plenty of times. I've talked about selling my equipment, throwing away all my songs, just completely stepping out of this and not even being social, socially active with the people because like I didn't know what to do at that point. And there was a lot of them points, a lot of them. But through her and the grace of God, I'm still here.
Yeah, still going. We can't give up. Not until we're done, right?
Unfortunately, they're just gonna put you right back in there like, nope, you still got more to do.
Yes. Yes. Um, what pumps you up every day and how do you stay encouraged?
Spirit. As soon
Spirit?
as I wake up, as soon as I open my eyes, I give my thanks to the universe. I give my thanks to the spirits. I ask them, hey, anything you need me to do, anything you need me to deliver to anybody, or anything you need to deliver to me, let me know so I can go out here and give it to whoever. And that's if it wasn't for me doing that every day, I don't think I could make it through my day as easy as I do. So, and on top of my crystals, I'm in love with my crystals and my stones, so that kind of keeps me going.
Yeah, that waking up to for with gratitude, perfect jump off point. I know that's something a lot of people do, but like I've found it's the perfect jump off point. It's almost like if you don't do it, the whole energy of the day is like off. I know that for me.
Yeah, so there's been plenty of times where I wake up in a rush and I forget my crystals and I'm just like, oh my God. So it's like I'm out here dealing with all these people's energy and I don't have my. I mean, of course, we always have our protection with us because the spirits are always with us, but these really add an extra sense of, okay, let me just hold it for a second. Let me just ground myself. Let me get back to where I need to be because so many people will try your energy. So many people not knowing who you are and knowing who you are of, they will try your energy and it's like, you don't know who I'm connected to.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. That's that. It's in the Bible, but like it's kind of a saying like you never know who you're talking to. So like just treat everybody with kindness, you know. But good, good. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in crystals and them helping us to stay grounded. Um Okay, if you, I think this is like just a couple little more questions and then we're going to get into the session. If you had to give every person in the world one message, what would it be?
Never stop. No matter what people say, no matter who's against you, it doesn't matter if mommy's against you, daddy's against you, never stop pushing what you believe because what you believe is what's going to get you where you're going. Other people's belief, and take it from me, my experience, other people's belief can't take you where you're going because everybody is built different. Everybody has a different mission. Everybody has a different journey to take. And growing up through generational curses, you know, most people they raise their kids or in a way that they were raised. But you can't do that because you're putting old generational stuff onto the new generation. And it's like somebody has to be the one to stand up and say, I got to break this generational curse. So I feel like if everybody just pushes for what they believe and what they feel in here, they'll be good. They'll be good.
Yes. Are you living your dreams?
Oh, I'm starting to.
Okay,
I'm starting to see everything manifest. Everything that we've talked about, everything like outside of like your channel, all the personal conversations, I'm literally watching it manifest. So I'm like, yes, this is
good.
an amazing year, and we're not even started yet.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. 4 year, that stability, it's happening for everybody in their own way. Tell everybody where they can find you, your social media, SoundCloud. Give us your information. Just spit it out real quick.
Uh, SoundCloud is DeySean Music. Instagram is DeySean_music. Facebook is DeySean Cortner. Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, any major streaming service you can find me on there is DeySean Cortner as well. Like anywhere you go for music, you can find me there. I made
Awesome,
sure of that.
awesome, awesome. Um, I want to get into some music. So, do you have something to share with us today?
So, question. It has to be straight from the dome, or can it be something that I've been sitting on that I can play for the world?
What needs to come out?
As soon as you said that, I knew what I needed to play. So I hope you can get the sound in this. So I'm gonna
Okay.
try it. I don't know. This is my
Put it
first
close to
time.
the mic, as close to the mic as you can.
Free your mind. 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 Let your conscience be free. I'm dedicated to the journey and the forces that be. I had to open up within just to face myself. It get weird sometimes. Gotta brace myself. I medicated myself. Blowing sativa while I'm training myself.
Hey,
Oh, why?
it's okay. We just needed a clip. We just
Okay.
needed a few words. Okay, DeySean, thank you so very much for blessing me with your energy, for blessing me with your time and your space, for holding this space and doing this interview. And everybody knows where to find you. I'm so glad that we connected. I mean, I'm glad that we connected, period. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful thing when soul family comes together and you know that that's like your brother, your sister, you know what I'm saying? Your family, you
Right.
know? So, thank you.
Thank you for having me.